Remember the Projector drama with the Tank 3? 8849 fixed it. This phone feels like the one we've been all secretly begging for, a rugged brick with the microvision video projector. In this video, I'm gonna show you everything you want to know about the new Tank 2 Pro. We'll explore the design, delve into features, and put everything to the test. Projector performance, camera quality, gaming, battery life, you name it. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's crack open the box and see what 8849 has packed inside. Cracking open the box, we find the phone itself. Whoa, this thing's a unit. Definitely not for skinny jeans, but hey, that's probably the price you pay for the battery that could power a small village. Seriously, 23,800 mAh. This thing is basically a phone with a power bank built in. We also got the usual suspects, a screen protector for double protection, manuals, warranty info, and a hefty 120 watts fast charger, region specific of course. A dedicated USB-C cable rounds out the package. Now let's take a closer look at the phone itself. This thing feels like it could survive a nuclear blast. Shock absorbing, TPU body, aluminum frame, and all the toughness ratings, IP68, 69K, military standard 810H to handle dust, water, drops, and even crazy temperatures. But we won't be testing those limits today though. Now, this phone is not exactly a lightweight champ. It's a hefty beast at 666 grams, which is more than your average phone. Looking at you, iPhone 15 Pro. Things get interesting on the back. We've got the usual camera stuff, triple lens setup, dual flash, but the real star of the show, dual super strong camping lights. Think built-in mini floodlights, perfect for emergencies, late night hike, etc, etc. And there's a standard lanyard attachment point for extra security. The sides are loaded with buttons, 2 programmable buttons, red and grey, volume rockers, SIM card and SD card slot. And here's the cool part, a little dial to adjust the projector sharpness. More on that projector in a second. Over on the other side, we've got the power button with a fingerprint sensor and a projector vent for heat management. The top is where the magic happens, a built-in DLP microvision projector with 100 lumens. Basically, this is the feature we all wanted in the Tank 3. Another projector vent and infrared blaster on the top, and under a bottom flap, a microphone on the usual USB-C port and a headphone jack. Flipping it over, we got a big 6.81-inch Full HD Plus display protected by some fancy Panda glass. The bezels are a bit chunky, but hey, that's the price you pay for a phone that can survive the apocalypse. Sort of. And the star of the show, a buttery smooth 120Hz refresh rate. This means scrolling feels amazing, games look fantastic, and you might get spoiled. It's built by TCL, a brand you know from TVs. The stereo speakers here are just okay, you won't get any fancy Dolby Atmos or anything. For a phone this size, the sound can feel a little thin, especially if you plan on movie nights with the projector. Pairing it with some Bluetooth speakers might be a good idea for that true cinema experience. Now let's get to the main event, the built-in DLP microvision projector with 100 lumens. Don't scoff, remember this is a phone, not a freaking IMAX machine, but hey, let's see what it can do. So I hyped myself up, grabbed a conference room and fired it up in a broad daylight. Let's just say the results were interesting. I had to tweak the focus a bit with that little dial on the side. Anyway, for presentations, to be honest, it's fine. However, the brightness isn't mind-blowing, and things get dimmer the further you project, which is what I actually expected. But hey, videos are clear with decent colors, especially in darker environments. Big props for the auto keystone correction that squares up the image automatically. Just a heads up though, it only works for up and down tilts, not sideways. All the video projectors get warm, and this phone is no exception. The fans kick in after around a minute, making it a bit warmer, around 33 Celsius, that's about 90 Fahrenheit for our US friends. Obviously, not gonna burn your hand or anything, but the heat dissipation is noticeable, and the fan isn't very loud, but something to keep in mind. Alright, enough talk, let's get real. I snagged a regular video projector with 300 lumens. The phone has 100 lumens, so things are about to get lit, literally, with projector beams. As expected, the dedicated projector was a tad brighter with slightly different visuals. Not necessarily better, just, well, different. But here's the thing, the sharpness on the Tank 2 Pro is holding its own. I streamed 2K YouTube videos and honestly, the phone seemed to deliver a bit more detail in my opinion. But to really blow your mind, let's see them side by side in action. This video has a mix of dark and bright scenes and I gotta say, I'm surprised. The phone isn't far behind the dedicated projector at all. Sure, there might be some slight variation in contrast and brightness, but overall, the sharpness and colors on the phone are impressive. What do you guys think? Leave a comment below and let me know if the built-in projector is a game changer for you or if it's just a neat party trick. Setting up the Tank 2 Pro is a total breeze. Stock Android 14 with all the Google goodies pre-installed. Software update situation is unclear. We'll probably get 2 years of security patches, which is standard for the budget price range. The face unlock on this thing is stellar. Seriously, one glance and you're in. Settings are well organized so you won't get lost. Plus, you can customize the app icon shapes for a little personal touch. Here's the thing though, the Tank 2 Pro is all about practicality, not bleeding edge specs. The MediaTek Helio G99 chipset inside keeps things chugging along smoothly, but forget about 5G dreams. This phone's sticking to 4G territory. No eSIM either, gotta rely on those physical SIM slots. Now, the engine under the hood, the MediaTek Helio G99 is not the top of the line Dimensity 8200 found in the Tank 3, but hey, it delivers decent performance and keep things efficient. It's got an 8 gigs of RAM expandable to 32 gigabytes virtually, but use that with caution. Storage-wise, we're looking at 256 gigs, half of what Tank 3 offers, but still plenty for most users. Plus, there's a microSD slot that bumps things up to a crazy 1 terabyte if you're a storage holic. Geekbench scores come in around 740 single core and 2044 multi-core, which is about what you'd expect from the Helio G99, but can it handle the heat in the real world? Buckle up for the real test gaming performance. Let's throw some popular titles at it, crank to the max settings and see how it holds up. This is one of the most popular racing games, the Asphalt 9 Legends. The settings are on the maximum and as you can see the phone turns pretty smoothly even in the busy moments. Next up, Call of Duty Mobile. Let's make sure the graphics settings are on high. There might be some frame drops every now and then, but nothing too distracting. All runs pretty smooth. Next up, PUBG. This game isn't my forte, but the phone has its graphics setting up on high and it runs fine. The only downside to this hefty gaming beast, if it slips out of your hands and lands on your face, you might end up with a black eye or two, so maybe not the best idea to game in bed with this thing. Let's dive into the cameras. This phone throws some nice megapixel numbers at you, just like its big brother the Tank 3. We're talking a 100 megapixels main sensor, backed up by an 8 megapixels telephoto lens and a funky 64 megapixels night vision camera. But here's the deal, photos are decent, but let's be real, they're not gonna blow your socks off. A little comparison here with the iPhone 15 Pro quality, which is kind of the gold standard right now. Zooming is a bit of an adventure. The main lens digitally zooms up to 3.4 times, then hands things over to the 8 megapixels telephoto lens, which goes all the way to 20 times digital zoom. But guys, that 20 times zoom, rough, photos are barely usable, all mushy and distorted. The iPhone 15 Pro only goes to 15 times zoom on its telephoto lens, but the difference is night and day. Both phones struggle at max zoom. Skip the 8 megapixels telephoto lens guys, stick to the main camera for decent photos. Now the 64 megapixel night vision, that's actually pretty neat. It's not gonna win any awards for range, but it focuses well and captures usable photos and videos even in pitch darkness. Video recording is limited to HD resolution thanks to the chipset. No fancy 4K here, but hey, at least there's some basic image stabilization. It's not mind-blowing, but it's there. You be the judge though, is it worth turning on? As always, I threw an iPhone 15 Pro video in there for comparison purposes. You gotta see the difference to understand where things stand, right? The front-facing camera has 32 megapixels, which is more than enough for usable clear selfies and video calls. Overall, the cameras are a mixed bag. The main sensor is decent, night vision is a nice party trick, but the telephoto lens is a bit of a letdown, and the lack of 4K video is a bummer. This phone boasts a whopping 23,800 mAh battery. Let me translate that tech jargon for you. That's enough juice to keep you streaming Netflix like forever. Seriously, you could probably conquer Everest and still have battery left to document your epic journey. But before we dive in too deep, you gotta check out my battery drain test of the Tank 3. Same monstrous battery as the Tank 2 Pro, so it will give you a real world idea of what this beast can handle. Links in the description, or just search 8849 Tank 3 battery drain. Trust me, it's worth the internet rabbit hole. Alright, wrapping things up, this phone is in your daily driver, monster battery life, plus a built-in projector for epic movie nights under the stars. The display, big, bright and smooth, perfect for catching up on Netflix or YouTube while you conquer a mountain or something. But here's a catch, this phone's a heavyweight with a mid-range processor and uncertain software updates. It's not the slimmest or fastest out there, and the updates might be a gamble. So, my final verdict, 8 out of 10. Price-wise, it's not bad, at around $400 US at the manufacturer website or around $340 US on AliExpress. You can find the links in the description. It sits at a budget-friendly level considering its functionality. And as always, my opinions are my own. I wasn't paid to make this video, and honestly, the only payment I need is you hitting that subscribe button and joining the fam. Let me know in the comments if you think this phone is a beast or a bust, and stay tuned for more in-depth reviews. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one.